Hello, welcome to Line War. I'm John Joe. This is a free-for-all. As you can see, there's 4 players. I have been asking around what people want to see, and someone said they want to see me actually playing. Not a replay, just me actually playing a game. So that I can talk about my thoughts during the actual battle and how it goes and what I make my decisions on and stuff like that. So in this map, I did play one and recorded one before, and it was against the top 3 players here. We got Pineapple Soda and Noah Daniels, sorry. And then me, we had a battle, but it didn't quite go well. However, I've got it unlisted, and there's a link in the description if you want to watch that as well. So my thoughts on this one is there's quite a good bit of eco here, but my main thoughts are energy. So we've got 3 energy wells here. There's one in the water there I could grab, another one there. And there's one there, but I think the main group of energy is in this little location here. So if I try and take this part here, now we can see as this is a free-for-all, yellow and blue are south of me, while light blue over here, or teal, is on his own in that location there, which is a bit concerning. I'm assuming blue's going to run away from this location. They're not going to want to start here. And if yellow starts in this location, they're going to struggle because there's some blacklisting. So both players may choose here. And maybe in this location down here, this guy's probably going to try and expand his influence there. So I'm going to try and stop yellow's influence. If he tries to push upwards, I'm going to try and click there. But both went that way. That's fine by me. They both don't want to start here. I was right. Which is good because I can hold this choke point here. And if I do push back a little, there is absolutely no reason for any player to start near me. And hopefully I get the entirety of the map. Most of the time when I'm picking in the picking phase, I pick my original location, the one that I want. If I get it, after that, it's trying to stop other people wanting to start near me. And because there's quite a bit of an ocean here, or a lake, if you like, even here, there's no actual land to get to me. They can cross the water very easily. But I'd probably want to use air units in this location. If they invade at the bottom, I can send them down. Or I can send them across in here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably definitely go with a lot of tanks to start with. But I need 4 locations here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 probably is my best way to start. But I am a bit concerned about yellow starting here. I don't think blue will. What else have they got? Yellow's got a city. Blue's got a good location here. It's probably going to cross the water though. So I am going to want something there. I'm going to start here, 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 and there. Because I can send the infantry to capture this territory and go up. And then capture this one, this energy well here. I'm going to send some tanks down here maybe, and some up. I'll probably have a barracks as well anyway. But the first energy I'll grab is this one because it's less contested. I don't see too much problem with mountains, only in this location here, which would be good to defend with artillery. But I am still just going to go focus on tanks in this game. I didn't do that in the last game because I didn't have access to enough energy. Or, well, I did actually. I had loads of energy, but I didn't have enough time, I don't think. Not against how the game started. I'm going to want energy there. How much more money do I have? Well, I'm going to want some more barracks because I need to check out what's down here. If blue started down here, this is going to be quite annoying, but hopefully... Well, not annoying. It'll actually be quite fun. Because I kind of want to have a fight, but at the same time, if I don't, then I have the best chances of winning, as all 3 players will be fighting in this location. At which point, I need to focus on getting there. So what I'm going to do with my tanks is send them upwards, because I need to know who's that way, and capture some stuff over that way. Because if yellow gets to this location, that's not good if they break into this area. And if there is a blue player down here, I can send all my tanks down this way, and they can catch up with reinforcements and we'll have a bit more of a front force. So either way, I don't really mind. And before I build on this energy well, I do kind of need to know who's around. There's that. I got some more units there. Nearly forgot about them. Hiding away in the corner there. And I'm going to bring them like that. They just can grab some territory for me. We've already got some infantry going this way. Get 2. Hopefully that'll hook some more of these guys. Doesn't look like it's going to, but we've got a barracks there anyway. It doesn't matter too much. So yeah, my main concern is that blue started here. I'm pretty sure yellow hasn't. Otherwise I probably would have seen them now. That means yellow started over here. They're definitely going to get to this location before me, but hopefully they put up a defense and don't push forward. because they're going to be engaging with light blue, so they're not going to want to fight me. I hope. They might want to fight me, I don't know. But this is what I'm thinking about right now. Hopefully I should be fine, and because I haven't had any engagements yet, I'm going to start working on a bit of economy. I don't need to right now, I probably shouldn't, but I haven't actually put tanks on that. There you go, tanks are on it now, they're going to be moving. My mistake, that's fine though. And I'm going to want to sort out my energy next, really. But they're all good, so they're going to just rush off towards the north. Tanks will grab territory really fast. And at this point, I could rush the enemy, but I might be too far away for that to be really effective. So I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just going to let them fight it out. Hopefully that's the situation, but I just don't know. And that's the difference from the replays. You don't really get the sense of unknowing. You just sort of see the enemy players, or well, just generally the players, doing stuff, and you're like, why aren't they just attacking these units over here? And it's because they can't see. They don't know where they are or the enemy is, so it's kind of a good reason to do this. But I am forming a load of tanks. And it wasn't too long ago, I didn't actually like the use of tanks that much. I have put myself in a bad situation. I should have built an energy well straight away instead of this, because I'm now going to run out of energy before I actually build the economy to build one. I could stop production of these infantry units, but that's just going to take away more economy, as I won't be able to expand as fast. But I don't know what the best thing to do is, but I could stop production of tanks, and that would almost instantly get me the money. And from here, as I've got a good front line of tanks, they're going to be taking over the territory faster than my infantry are. So I'm going to turn off infantry units here. He's still going to go that way, that's good. And I'm going to have my infantry follow this path instead. And they're going to capture some territory in a slightly different location for me, which would be wonderful. That didn't quite go in the land I was hoping it would. Light blue lost, so they were in the middle of blue by the looks of it. Blue must not be down here. I would have seen him by now, I think. The blue must be down here, pushing upwards. Yellow's here, pushing against blue. And they're saying GG, I may as well say GG. I didn't fight him, but GG anyway. There we go. But I do have a nice swarm of tanks coming for yellow. And we're going to hear some beeping for a bit because he has disconnected from the game. I'm still trying to get some territory growing. I still need some more energy. Right. I don't want to take away all those tanks, but if I take this one away as it's just started, I should have enough economy to get one. No, it looks like I'm about to though. There we go. I now have 2 energy bars. And potentially another one there if I want it. I am concerned now that blue has won a fight here. They're going to feel like they can expand this way. Because if I remember, he had this whole location. He put, I think it was still close. Well, that's good then, because they must have had a pretty good fight in that situation. Right, I'm going to make some tanks stop moving. I'm going to place a circle command here so that they come to this location and they just sit there and pretty much do nothing. And that should keep some of them expanding. I don't want black smoke on the front lines. Now hopefully these guys soon catch up to this territory. Another thing I can do is start producing some artillery. And maybe even some SAM units actually, because I haven't actually got any yet. Normally at this point, if I'd done it right, I probably would have an extra factory just building SAM units. And when I've got enough, they'll switch into artillery, so I've got some backup. But as we can see, we have found yellow. I didn't actually notice there was this gap here. I don't like that, because that's mountains. I can't move them. Right, stop. Yeah, okay, we need SAM units. I'm going to turn off tanks. I don't need any more tanks. Don't get the smoke, so I'm just going to make them stop. I know that's not good because the helicopter's there. But I need them to stop moving because I don't want the black smoke. That'll increase the damage from the helicopters. And I need number 5. So you guys can go up that way. That was a really badly drawn line. So I'm in a bad situation. I put myself in that situation. What I could have done is switched out earlier for SAM units. And now I want tank spots over there because I've got enough for that. Keep them in the forest so that they're stealthed. And that may help against the helicopters a little, but not much, to be honest. But now I am building a bit more economy. And once these SAMs get into position, I can have them around this water bit here. Okay, that's not really working. Don't move that one. So I double click that to bring them all back. And I am losing a ton of economy here. But that's fine. I want them as blue. And I'm just trying to make sure no units get into this location. But I may even be able to bring back round through the back of this area. I'm going to need at least 8 helicopters, I think. Blue doesn't look too concerned about taking over this territory here. And at this point, I'm going to turn that off because I want my infantry to go up this way. I'm going to turn that on 1 as well. Actually, what I'm going to do is bring these guys around here to get a good view in that way. We can see yellow's built a bit of a defense there, but I still think it'd be better trying to take this group on here. There we go. So I'm going to bring my tanks back a little. How many SAM have I got moving in now? I've got enough. I'm going to start producing tanks again. This needs to have tanks back on it. I'm still concerned about the helicopters. I feel like they took out far too many tanks than they should have. And I can't bring the tanks in until I've got something in place for the helicopters. And what I'm going to do is have that on super speed move to get them into place a bit faster, because they are not afraid and they're pushing forward a little. Either they've got too many units here and they're overflowing the defenses, or they're pushing through. Either way, I don't like it, so they've got to go. Take that line off, because they're going to take ages getting out of the mountains. It looks like they're not wanting to move forward, which is fine by me. And I think at this point, I'm going to build some more barracks. And do I want another one over here? Why not? I can switch these into commandos later. Okay, I can see how this is going. It's doing alright. I've still got yellow fighting blue over on this side, so that is still going on. And I could even build a navy. It'd be useful against everyone, but I'm not going to worry too much, I don't think. I might want some defense in the water, though, like some submarines in case they try to invade. But my main concern is this front line, which I kind of have messed up on. The helicopters lifting off there. I now have SAM in place, so I'm going to push them a bit forward. I can see their path. I'm going to set that back the way it was. And these tanks, click in a different one, are going to move into this mountain here. They're going to move forward and try and snipe these helicopters. As soon as they're gone, I'm pushing through with my tanks, because that seems to be all the helicopters he had in this area. And after those SAMs are built, I'm going to stop building them. There we go, got that doing that. And yellow seems to be bringing in more units towards me, which means I think they may be the confident player in this. But now, I need more economy, so I'm going to be trying to focus on that at this point. This one can produce artillery. I can have some artillery on that line. So I'm going to wait. I don't know what I'm going to do. They can see my tank. They're going for it. Don't take on stuff. I want you to move on blue. That's not got tanks attached to it, does it? No. So why are you trying to take stuff? Push forward. Alright. If I can get them through this area, I can see there's infantry on this side, but there's a town there which is going to make it a bit more of a struggle. Bring them down like this. Get my tanks to attack here where there's more infantry, and then I can try and sneak around the back. Either way, I'm pushing through this defensive line, and these artillery here are only stopping because this black line's still there. they're trying to move into it and they're colliding with my tanks. There is a lot of units here though. These tanks mission would try and get into the back of this defense. That's not really going to happen. So I want the SAM over here, and I want this SAM group over there. But they're not moving. So I'm going to try and bring them in somehow. But the lines don't want to do what I want them to do. I need to get them in a bit faster because those helicopters got in a bit too quick. I was a bit slow on that one. I've got 4 artillery versus 4 tanks. I should be good in that scenario. But it looks like they've got an infantry unit moving through. I don't like that, but at the same time, I can just send a couple of tanks that way. I'm going to thin out that line a little. Because I don't want as many tanks going there. Let's do that. Get some SAM units in there. Push through. In fact, actually, those SAM units are going to get stuck a bit. Because there is still a defensive line there. So we're going to get these tanks to come in through the mountains here. I know this might be a bit chaotic at the minute, but that's because I'm a bit chaotic too sometimes. These guys are going that way, and I shouldn't have artillery on that line, or that line, or that line. Artillery should only be going that way. There we go. I've got tons of economy, so let's sort out more economy. I don't feel like I'm behind. That was the wrong place to put that one. There seems to be only 3 for that one, so that's fine by me. My tank's getting confused. SAM units should be just going to this place here. And my tanks should be trying to take out some units on the mountains here, but this is a bit of a disadvantage for me. I need some air units. I'm going to choose helicopters because they take out everything. Unfortunately for me, I think I'm losing this fight, and I've got my SAMs in a vulnerable spot, so I'm going to move them back. I go bring that in. We've got a helicopter moving in, but there's only one, so I'm not too worried about him. I have enough SAM there. Am I still producing SAMs over here? I shouldn't be. Stop producing SAM units. I now have control of the mountains here. He could present a choke point there, or is he going to attack? I'm not really sure. So I'm probably just going to have to wait and find out. This SAM unit doesn't know where to go, so he's going to die. I'll place that guy there, and I'm going to have these units there. So we'll just do that and that. Hopefully the SAM units know where to go. And I can have the rest of the units there. We don't want SAM units on that. We just want tanks and infantry. I think I can push right now, but I'm still a bit dubious about that. Do I have this territory? I do. I might need some more energy soon. As I start producing more and more tanks. I'm going to keep that with infantry, actually. Probably delete that line. Get him to go that way. Got loads of infantry here doing nothing. Actually, these can split off into 2 groups. Get one going this way and up there and then round. And get these guys to collect these 2 territories and come this way. What is that one doing there? We don't need that. Cool. Push that through. Like that. And do the same with this lot. Into that location. Get these SAM units in there. Seems to be the best place to put them. But do they get stuck? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We've got not many helicopters over here. My main worry is that blue's going to attack me over this way. So I will keep these units down here as scouts. I want to keep an eye on what's going on in these 2 points over here and that one. Oop, a bit off angle there. Right, I could do with some more eco. Can I build a city there? No, I can't. Why not? Why is there another 2 places there? Okay, that's fine. And I can build another energy well, which I'm going to do. I probably should, especially if I've got tanks. Maybe build some extra storage. He's building a new defense there, which means he is low on health. Because he's just built them, so I don't know if I should push forward yet. I'm just going to try and float. Like, doesn't really matter. They're going to just shoot him anyway. There's one tank being a bit annoying. And once I claim that land, one thing I want to do is actually turn that bit off, so I've only got tanks going this way because there's only a bit of a mountain there. The reason I keep SAMs on some of these some of these lines, I know I don't do it all the time because I'm a bit messy, but I'm happy to keep them there, is so that when I delete these, I can click the SAMs to go here instead. Oh, I was going to go back. Ah, that wasn't good. There we go. So the SAMs are now moving to this mountain here as I push through against yellow. And I'm going to continuously build my economy. Can I build a city yet? No, they're not constructed over there yet. Or is that just the wrong one? I don't know. It looks like this one's coming this way as well. So I think one of these might be the wrong one. I'm just going to put that there. I think that one's down for this one. And this one's actually coming across that way. So that was annoying. That's fine by me. Blue is there. And they have an energy well I can try and exploit later on. Nice. Okay, I don't see anything else I can really improve down that way. They have a city here, which they're going to not be happy about soon. There's a helicopter a bit too far in. I'm going to release some of these and put that there. My tanks should be pushing through at that point as well. And now I'm going to try and put some extra structures there. They're going to be producing artillery and tanks because I don't think I can command too much units there. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't go for helicopters anymore. Just try and get some extra range on these. No, I'll keep the helicopters. But I will need more energy. No matter how I look at this. But my next 500 is going to be spent on a city, so... There we go, got some interceptors coming in. So I'm guessing blue player down here has air units. I can see an air unit, actually. So I'm going to have one of these produce SAM units instead of artillery. And just in case they don't reach, I double-click them with this line attached, pressing Control, and then press K, and then it links them all together. We've got some SAM units moving in by the looks of it. I haven't even presented any air units. And we're just going to slowly push through against him. But I want that city up and running. I don't want one here, really, because I'm worried about an air attack. He doesn't have any sea units, otherwise we'd see these territories claimed. So I could do that. What would I gain from it? I could take out an energy well for certain, and I could defend this location with it. But that's about it. So I'd probably have to use missile ships, because they're going to come in with these. Yellow is GGing, which means they're out of the game. Thank you for that one. There we go. I'm going to bring those around that way, but I'm not going to send the tanks that way. Just some infantry to try and capture some territory. If I set just a single line to come around like that, that's not going to work. Because I'm assuming he's going to quit soon. Oh, we've got blue coming in down this way. So we're going to have a big engagement soon between me and blue. And I'm probably going to bring my helicopters over here. Let's turn off land units. Set in navy. Not navy, air units. That was the right command. How's my energy production looking? It's looking good. Energy's doing great. Yellow is now out of the game. I don't want tanks to go this way, remember, just the infantry. And I want these SAM units to be pushed into that direction there. And that does not have artillery on it, so they're not moving. We want the artillery on the front line so the tanks can push through. Once the infantry get there, they can then push around this way and go there. GG. So now he's going to probably see my tanks and want to send in helicopters against them. So when I do, I want my SAM units in the right place. And I did not realize how much economy I had. So I'm going to be doing that. And I'm probably going to want some form of navy. I'm going to place it somewhere I can actually try and keep it stealthed. In the Rocky Mountains and Forest, they will remain stealthed. But it might get spotted. Why can't I? It is under my control. Where else can I put it? Here. That'll probably be better. So I'm going to go for missile ships only because he'll probably deal with it with air units if he doesn't have sea units. And I'm going to just do that. I don't want too many, but they can also help provide anti-air against the coastlines over here. The helicopters have moved into position. Thank you very much. And over here my tanks are getting pressured. And instead of running away, I'm going to bring them all in. But I'm going to bring my SAM units down as well. That shouldn't be sending tanks in. It's not. That's alright then. I thought they were going the wrong way. There you go. The helicopters are out of the game. Thank you. We've got some interceptors coming in, but luckily I'm not using air units yet. But I could try and bring in some helicopters from there. Right. I struggle to know the range of helicopters, so I would like something in place for that. So what I do is I get my airfield on the right side of my left side of my screen. I'll select about the earliest ones. Bring that across, and apparently that's their range. Not quite. So I got this here, and then I bring the helicopters in there, so I know my helicopters can reach about here. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to know what's in this area. I want to bring all of my helicopters in. He's bringing his SAM units into the front line. Hopefully there's not much over here, but I will only find out when I send them. But I don't want to invest too much in that. But I will get some strikers going. Hopefully he doesn't decide to build a navy. And I will just have these two building strikers for me. And that way they can cover a lot of ground over here. So I am bringing in my helicopters here. This should force his SAM units to move south. If they do get too close, they're going to die. So I'm going to bring that out now. Hopefully they survive that because I don't have many helicopters. Whoa, there's a lot of artillery coming in that direction. I did not expect that at all. I'm going to keep these units moving down this way because I don't want to relieve the pressure in that sense. And I need to focus on that direction there. But I also kind of need to see what's going on there. If I try and bring my tanks in this direction, I can take out these SAM units, and that might help make it a bit easier for my helis. Where did they land? One landed here, 2, 3. I think one of them got destroyed. But it does look like blue has a lot of units. Blue's going to try and want to control this area here. So I'm actually going to try and take over some of the land up in this section with some production. And they're going to be producing, I don't know yet, to be honest, tanks. These 3 over here are going to stop producing artillery. This one's still going to produce SAM units because the enemy does seem to have quite a bit of production of it. And I'm going to have to pull these back soon. Right, we've got enough units there. We need to redirect a bit of focus that way. Gonna have Z on that now. Realised it didn't actually have commands for tanks and artillery, so they just suddenly stopped moving at all. Where are my helis? They're about there. So I'm going to try and bring my helis in this way. And see if I can get some damage on the front lines over here with some helicopters. I can hopefully try and take out his energy well. That should stop some of the attacks from the air. But I'm not too concerned about the attacks from the air, as I said. As I've taken control of that location, I'm going to try and send half. Particularly the artillery. Because if the artillery end up going this way, that should help provide some extra cover. And it does look like the tanks are going to try and take on some SAM units, but are they going to be successful? I have kind of got this in a bit of a chaotic manner. Fighting a bit of a losing engagement there. And now I can take tanks off of this line. set tanks up on this line here and send them all through that way. Because I only want the infantry to capture the territories. All my other units should be focused on everything else. And artillery just deployed to try and take me out. I'm going to keep my SAM back. A helicopter's moving in that direction, so I'm going to bring these ones down this way. We've got the helicopters there. Are they going to just land here? Please do. Yep. Thank you. And that's just going to push in that way. These helicopters, I need to wait for this gun to take off and come in this direction. Once they get there, I'll take them off too. Where are my strikers going? Oh, I've got strikers going that way too. Didn't think about that. I want to take strikers off. And the strikers off there as well. I don't want strikers going out yet, because if I reveal I've got strikers, they might do something about it. I don't know what. I'll wait until I've got a couple of these boats going. What are you doing? You're meant to be following up here. I know you're trying to attack something. Probably an artillery unit. So I've got tanks attacking from the left, artillery pushing down the side. And now I've got some tanks sneaking in this way. I'm hoping he's got a town or city set up there. What else could he have? He's got something there. Now, I've got a small group of tanks here. So what I'm going to do is they're going to go on a special mission for me. And I'm going to have them on boost. I've got a fair amount of energy. Maybe not enough, to be fair. But at this point, I need to sort out everything I've got. So that should give me enough energy production. And as I come out the forest, I will start boosting that. And I think I just lost some helicopters because I didn't see those interceptors. But it's okay, we've got more coming in. But I need to see what's going on in their base. If I can find some key targets to strike, it'll look like I'm just targeting these things. But I have strikers being built. I have a helicopter that's landed over here. It's not producing one, that's alright then. So if I can find something for my strikers to take out, that would be absolutely wonderful. And there is a few locations over here, so I might try and send one this way. Because I'm assuming he won't have much to defend in that location either. But I'm going to want most of these focused on that. I don't know if I'm winning this frontline engagement, but I am doing alright in it. So I don't want my infantry going that way anymore. But I do want everything going that way. I didn't mean to do that. I do have another city I could obtain. I've got territory there I didn't even know I didn't have. Now that I've got some anti-air in this area as well, I feel much more confident about taking this territory, this city. So that should give me some extra economy. I don't have much more money to spend here. And I've got my SAM units way too far back, as there are helicopters attacking my units, and that probably would have made this a lot easier if I had more there. So he's got units coming back through this section now, but I also have these infantry coming through, so I should block them at least, especially if I can get there quick enough. See some eco structures there, so they are focused on that. And I did get some units here. He doesn't have this territory. That's interesting. Go grab that. Thank you. I did find some targets, but I don't think they're in range of my strikers. Blue's saying GG. Does that mean I win? Or has he got some secret thing lined up? I don't know. Just sending... Ah, I was going to send him my strikers. But yeah, anyway, I had no idea that was going to happen in the game, but luckily they didn't start near me, so that was kind of an easy win, to be honest. It doesn't mean I'm an expert or pro. I was just a noob that got lucky. Thank you for watching. Feel free to give me some tips and saying how I can improve, or just have a chat in the comments. Why not? Thank you for watching. There are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click on one and I'll see you there. Goodbye now.